Hello everyone, myself I am Aishwari. I am pursuing BTech third year. Today I am here to explain the notations in DAA subject. Notations are nothing but notations are used to calculate the time complexity. As we know that time complexity are divided into the three types. One is best case time complexity, another one is average time complexity, and another one is worst case time complexity. Now we can see that the notations are also divided into the three types. One is big O notation and another one is big omega notation and another one is big theta notation. Big O notation is mainly used for calculate the upper bound of the algorithm. In this we can use the big O notation. We can calculate that minimum, maximum amount of the time complexity. We can use the formula f of n less than or equals to c asterisk g of n. Here f of n and g of n are the two non-negative functions and c contains the constant. Let us do an example. For example, I will take f of n equals to 3n plus 2. Here I am take the two non-negative functions and here I am take the f of n equals to 3n plus 2 and g of n equals to n. 3n plus 2 less than or equals to asterisk c asterisk n. Here I take the n value. Let us assume that c value is 4 and n value is 2. Here we conclude the answer 8 less than or equals to the 8. This is the big O notation. We use this big O notation in uses case is mainly in worst case time complexity. The second one is big omega notation. We can denote the symbol is omega symbol. Big omega notation is mainly represents to calculate the lower boundary of the algorithm. By using this big omega notation algorithm, we can calculate the minimum. Minimum amount of time required for the algorithm for its execution. This is the formula of the big omega notation. F of n greater than or equals to c asterisk g of n. Here I will take the two non-negative functions. That one is f of n and g of n. These are two non-negative functions and c contains the constant value. Do an example. Let's take an example. For suppose let I am assume that f of n equals to 4n plus 2 and g of n equals to n, c equals to 1. These values are substitute to this value. 4n plus 2 greater than or equals to 1 asterisk n. Here I am take the n value is 2. Is completely this is my assume value. Two plus 2 less than or equals to asterisk 2. 8 plus 2 10. This is the minimum amount of time to required for the big omega notation. And last the third one is big theta notation. Big theta notation we can denoted by the theta symbol. Mainly big theta notation represent the we can calculate the average time of the time complexity. We can use the big theta notation. We can calculate the average amount of time complexity for the algorithm for its execution. It is in the form of C1 asterisk g of n less than or equals to f of n less than or equals to c2 asterisk g of n. Here I am take always two non-negative functions. One is f of n and another one is g of n. And here in these two constants c1 and c2, we can use this formula. We can find the average time of the time complexity for your execution algorithm. Finally, notations are three types. One is big O notation, that it is used for the worst case time complexity, and another one is big omega notation, that is used for the best time of the time complexity, and third one, this is the big theta notation. This is used for the average time complexity for the execution for our algorithm.